We all do it. Yes, even you. Hey, everybody, I'm Pastor Nicole, and this week we are talking about comparison. Comparison is something that as humans we do, it's a natural part of how we live our lives. However, when we allow it to take hold of our hearts, comparison takes what we have to not enough. And when we find ourselves in that spot, that comparison, envy, jealousy can really wreak havoc in our souls. And so I want to talk today about how do we break the cycle of comparison? Because it's natural to see what somebody else has or what somebody else is doing and think, oh, I wish I had that, or I wish I was doing that. That's natural. But how do we keep it from going further? So one of the things that we can do when we feel that ache of comparison settling into us is to stop and name it. To just say, I'm feeling envious about this. I'm feeling jealous about this. And to just stop it right there by naming it out loud, by acknowledging that that's how you're feeling. Another thing that we can do from there is to acknowledge what we do have. To say, oh, I really wish I had that car. But you know what? My car is doing just fine. It gets me to where I need to be, and I can afford it, and I can be happy with what I have. When we can turn that kind of comparison, that ache of comparison, that ache of envy into contentment, we will find a lot more peace in our own lives. Sometimes we need to call on a higher power to help us with this and to pray for God to help us sever those thoughts of comparison and to say, you know what, instead of measuring up against somebody else, I'm just going to measure against myself. What is it that I'm looking to do in life? And what is it that I'm hoping to accomplish? What is it that I would like to have? And then having a conversation with God about that. God, is it holy that I want this? Is it holy that I'm trying to pursue this? What is it that you want for my life? And how can I find peace and contentment in what you want for me, rather than maybe what I see other people have and have now decided that I want for myself? When we rely on God to guide us in our life, then we can find that contentment and that peace. Instead of measuring our lives to somebody else, we're measuring our lives to what God wants for us. And that's a much healthier way for us to deal with things like ambition and success. So if you're feeling that ache of comparison, maybe it's time to take a little break from social media. That does not help when it comes to comparing our lives to others. Might need to take a little break. Might need to take an inventory of gratitude and be thankful for what we do have and being content with what we do have. And checking in with God to just see, God, lead me in this. What do I need to do? How can I let go of some of these thoughts? And how can I follow your path for my life?